Check. Check, check. Let's try this again. Check, check. Check. Okay, I guess we're good. Streamlabs apparently couldn't handle streaming tonight. Sorry about that. Let's see if OBS can handle not dropping the audio. All right, I'm just gonna go. If people wander in, they'll wander in. All right, so I've got, let me just show you what we've got here. I need to also remember to periodically look over and check and make sure the audio is actually on. In fact, let me see real quick. Well, okay. So what I've done is added a little menu to select a module. So for example, if we go into here, we'll have categories and we do Clipper. And if I go here and do 50A, then we have that 50A. And we can have 4 on screen at any moment. And we'll have to add a, what's it called? Viewport, so that we can like slide left and right whenever there's more than 4 modules. So let me do something real quick. Can't see number of chatters in OBS chat window, I guess. That's the overlay. I just want the regular. View docs. If you're using a custom browser doc, maybe that's why. Maybe there's some kind of YouTube integration thing I gotta do. Oh well. Doesn't really matter. All right, so what are we gonna do? We are going to actually, let's do that now. Let's have like the viewport stuff up and running. Let's see. I'm gonna pull up my other project. Let's see. It's not difficult. You just make a viewport and tell it to watch the what's it called? The plugin rack. So let's get that. So that'll go in the main editor. Put that down here. Then we take that viewport. All we do is this. In the constructor of the editor. Let's see. Does it matter where I put it? I don't know. Actually, yeah, let's make sure we put it after the rack. That is this. And then I think what you have to do is in resized, you have to set the viewport. Let's see, paint, resize, go. Plugin rack, okay, and then Adding, okay. Viewport set bounds rack. Okay. Not really sure if this is all we need. Because this was, let's see, X, Y, width and height. Okay, so let's just see if putting that on there gives us the behavior we want. Okay, so if we put flipper, 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 yes, but it doesn't, we need it to extend more. So is there something in the plugin rack we have to do? Add plugin, that, no, I mean, well, let's see. Let's go to resized in our rack. So we're just setting it. The width. And then it'd be the same thing. This is probably what we need to do. So in add editor, resized, and then call resize on the parent to let it know. All right, so let's see. In ours, in add editor, we have resized. Okay, so let's see. So I think we probably need just a class keyword with plugin editor. Yep, like this. And then we put the actual include statement in the CPP, right? Yes. Oh, we already have it. Okay. Plugin editor. Okay, we have it. So why is it telling us that it's incomplete type? So is this correct? We go out one level, so we're in GUI, then another level. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, so plugin editor. Okay, so what's wrong? Let's see if it's actually an error or if it's just okay. Remember access into incomplete type of plugin editor. Why would that be incomplete? Forward declaration of plugin editor class plugin editor. Yeah, what's wrong with that? Oh, this is interesting. Why does this work? Oh, it's right there. Okay. So Find parent of component class. Wait. Find parent of component class plugin editor. Plugin editor. Yeah, it is the main editor. So why are we saying, why did I even do it like this? Can't you just do, can't we? Get parent component? Can we just do that? Still not doing it. Let me make sure this is actually running before I get too deep into it. Yeah, okay. So I think, don't we need to go back into the parent editor and say, make, yeah, we got to make the bounds wider of the actual rack. So I think, is that what I'm missing? Yeah, it's this. Yeah, okay. Rack width is, okay, yeah, okay, this is what it is. Where are we at? Okay, that, and then I could probably just take this and do m editors. Where's it at? Oh yeah, we got to do mrack dot get. Do we have a get method for the? Yeah, get editors. Okay. Get editors dot size. Okay. Let's do this. Num editors is this. And then we say const auto, we'll say, I don't know, window width. Well, actually, hold on. Rack width. Yeah, let's just do that. Is equal to, I guess, this. And then we'll say plus rack width. Actually, let's call this rack extra. That makes more sense because we're adding it to the width. Okay, so then now hopefully this is an integer. This is an integer. I think we need to actually round it. I think we should. Actually, we'll leave it like that. Okay. So this is num editors. Let's actually use it. Okay. All right. So hopefully now All this math is doing, by the way, is when num editors is more than 4, we get extra padding on it. And it should give us the little bar to, oh, it's still doing it. Why? This is supposed to be width. I don't think we need that. Okay. Okay, why? Let's do this. Let's make sure we are getting the correct number of editors. Editors is 0. Resize isn't running again. Okay, that's probably why. So I think that behavior we had, let's see, get parent component. This is probably why. So we need to, can't we just do the same thing that we did? Find parent component of class. So now we're back to this error. We got the plugin editor. And we've got the forward declaration. I don't understand what's wrong with this. Instantiation of function template specialization. Choose component find compute requested here. Searches the parent components for a component of a specified class, for example. I think we can't we also would it make more sense to do this? Or can I do it like this? Editor rack? No, it's gonna be GUI. What is it? Views. And it's called editor rack. But it doesn't actually want to do it. Oh, okay. Okay. It's still not running. That's weird. So that's running. I think it would be easier if I just, we already have, okay, so we're already doing an action broadcaster. And, oh, you know what? We're already capturing that in the editor, right? Let's change listener, action listener. Right here, editor added. So after that, can't we just run resized? Then in here, we can get rid of editor, this whole thing, and the forward declaration. Okay. Let's make sure in action message, so in add editor, is that the last thing that happens? Editors one. Okay, so maybe this will work now. Okay, but it's not. Why is it not the correct width? Something's wrong about this. Rack extra. So we say a quarter of the width, which is the size of each editor. So like when it's num equals 0 or whatever, this would be -2. Why was that working in the other project? This seems weird. So whenever num editors is 4, that's 2. So it should, yeah, so it should. Huh. What happens if actually, what if we just do width plus width times num editors? It's going to be the wrong math, but let's see if it's doing what we want it to do. Okay. Yeah, okay, so we rack extra, we should probably just do this. Rack extra is 25% of the width. So we should probably do this. Width plus num editor. So when num editor is 0, we don't add any. The only problem is that it's gonna add width at the first one. So let's just see if this works, and then we can see about changing the logic and making it a little better so that it actually waits until. In fact, it's probably just going to be an if statement. So here we go, clipper, clipper, clipper. Oh, but they're getting bigger each time. It's kind of weird. Oh, but still doing. Am I just dumb? Right, extra times 2 plus. Okay. Keeps doing the same thing. What happens if let me just copy and paste it exactly. Just want to see what happens. It's so funny how I do all this stuff correctly and then I turn the camera on and I'm just like incapable. So we need, let's see, Y is gonna just be this. And then plug in rack num editors. Num editors equals that. And then we're gonna say, this is just mrack, I think. Oh, it was this set parent with thing. Okay. That's what it was. And I don't even really think that's necessary. Oh, wrong one. Switch over here. Let me go to rack and then remove editor. Oh, I forgot we got to do the delete editors too, but we can do that later. Maybe it's in here. Set parent width. And is that ever actually like used in here? Just once? Comp width is equal to, okay. Is it really necessary? Okay, let's do it. Let's see. So set parent width. We need whatever that member is. Parent width right here. And width is equal to parent width times point. Yeah, okay. So that makes sense, I guess. And so instead of get width, it's gonna be comp with parent width. Okay. That. And then now we can go into here. Except ours gonna take up the entire width, not just part of it. And I guess the rest of this is the same. Is anybody in chat? Yeah, we got at least one. What's up? All. That's hilarious. That's crazy. Let's see if it works though. Yeah, okay, it works. It's just off. So let's see, why is it weird? X oh, let's just make it 0. Width, let's static cast that to int, I'm sure. Yep. And then rack width, padding. I don't know what this padding is for. And then this, yeah, 25, okay. The padding is, what's the point of that? Why is it just... Should be the full width, and then rack width plus... Yeah, I mean... I mean, we're not changing rack width, so I don't know why this would fix it, but... Is it me, or does this look like it's dead halfway? So where... Okay. Okay, but why is that happening? Bruh. So weird. This is the main one? Okay, so plugin editor. Get with times 0.9. Oh, you know what? We got to put that debug statement back in and make sure that we're getting the size at the correct point in time. So let's go back and do... We could just have like an out of sync logistical flow. Oh wait, and this is still wrong. Why is it halfway like this? I'm just gonna copy and paste it with no changes. Plugin selector, which is this. And then editors, which is M editors. Okay. And oh, wrong one. The main editor, get this. Okay. We could probably, yeah, we could delete all this. That, and then the only thing that needs to change, this shouldn't make a difference right here. That's just the Y position. Okay, and then we need to say the rack here. Okay, and then get editors dot size. Static cast int. And of course I forgot to check that debug a minute ago. I don't know what's wrong. Oh my God. What could possibly be this wrong? That's minus, so we don't need that. Don't need it times 0.9. We don't need the X to be offset. This would be 8. Okay. Okay. Num editors 0. Num editors is 1. Okay, so that seemed like it worked that time. It still looks funny, but I think, oh, I know why. The editor rack, this plugin selector thing, we could probably get this back. Because in the old project, it was a whole component, so it was taking up the first like empty rack space, and I changed it to just be a combo box. I want to avoid as much object-oriented nightmare as possible. That. Okay. And I think it's better. One thing we have to change is probably this. Go back to 0.25. Man, I don't think. Let me put my original back in here and see if that fixes that part. And if it doesn't, then I just need to fix this dumb mult times 5 thing, which I have no idea why that's there. And that's why comments are so great. Okay, well, they're not changing. Okay, so this is almost correct. It's getting there. Why is it starting off? It's got to have something to do with this num editors thing. So rack width plus, we could actually find out what we're doing here. So we'll say parent width, this will be get width, so that we know what our width is supposed to be, and then we will do this and see what that is. Let's see, calced width, because I think our math is just bad right here. Calced, yeah, so it's half. Okay, so I think this is what we need to do. So if we just do this, rack width is equal to rack width plus that. That should, to me, that should be correct. The only thing is that it's gonna grow even when we don't need it to grow. So it should start off at the correct width right now. Yep. And then it'll grow by 1 every time we put 1. So like that, that, and now we should have double what we need. Yeah, so I think what we need to do probably is let's see, const auto rack extra is equal to this. So okay, when this is 1, or actually I think what we'll do is some editors is less than 4. We do rack width else that, and but then when we get to 4, it'll be, so what do we have to do? Divide it by 4? I don't know. Let's just see. Oh, perfect. That was correct. Well, no, not quite, actually. Let's just do that. Clipper, 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 clipper. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Wait. I think I'm just making a simple mathematical mistake with this logic. Whatever, we can fix that later. I want to do some DSP anyway. Let's we don't need that anymore. Same thing, we don't need this. Okay. Very good. Okay. Okay, so let's move on to the clipper. Yeah. So what do I want to do with the clipper? I want it to be I think I want to do a couple different things. I want to have a clipper that is literally just a hard clipper, but I also want to do a distortion thing that's going to be kind of like decapitator. So I wonder if it might be better to do the decapitator type thing and just have one of the modes be clipper. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Let's go to the clipper, and I don't think we actually have anything in here, right? Besides this raw, yeah, just the raw tan. Okay, so also didn't decide if we were gonna add oversampling to each module or just have it on the parent. I mean, it would be better to have for each one. So we didn't do that, right? So if I go down here, yeah. So we gotta decide how we're gonna handle the oversampling part. Hmm. Okay, let's just do it. Let's we're gonna copy. I guess the simplest way is gonna be able to have this process block thing. Putting this as some kind of like base class might be too confusing, and it might not actually save us much effort. It might be easier to just copy and paste it into every processor. Unless we have, instead of making it a base class, we could turn it into a class. Okay, you know what? We're gonna put that on the back burner for now. It's not gonna be that much effort to just do our our distortion thing and then transfer that over. So let's just kind of work. So what do we need? We definitely need a input and output, a drive. Well, I think every module is going to have its own input and output anyway, so we don't actually need to think about that right now. What do they have? A drive, a push, filters, tone, output, and mix. Yeah, just basic stuff. Okay. All right, so let's just get cracking. We are going to have a couple different things. We're gonna have, let's just make an enum class for now called distortion types, and we're gonna have a couple things like let's do like tape, soft clip, hard clip. Let's see, we got tape. We could do like console. We could do like analog. Be kind of like the diode clipper. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, that's enough for now. So we get the basic stuff going. So let's just tackle the first one. Soft clipper is easy. We can just let's go to Desmos. Does the basic tan let's see, sine x, and then we'll do times something a. So if we do that, yeah, never. Okay, so yeah, the tan h is a basic soft clipper. That's pretty easy. Okay, so at its base value, oh, why is it not popping up with values? What? Oh, let me log in. Okay, here we go. It's still not giving me the mouse tooltips. It's so weird. Okay. We'll be able to measure that ourselves. It doesn't really matter. So let's make let's make some methods that are just like block loops. So we'll do, I don't know, soft clip. And we'll say that takes in a audio block. Okay. Yeah, let's just start with that for now. So we're gonna get rid of this. And let's go ahead and grab that. This will be soft clip. And let's see if my block loop pastes here. Okay, good. Let's also take in the number of samples. There's nobody calling right now. What? Siri just turned on for no reason. Block, so we'll do int num samples. And gotta go put that here. Num samples. Did you fix it? Yes, okay. And this is pretty simple. Let's see, juice, DSP, fast math approximations. I think there's a tan H. Yes, perfect. Okay. That's going to be YN. Okay, and we need a drive, so we are going to, what are we going to do? We're going to get some, smooth value. Let's do juice, smooth, actually, an array. Because we want 2 of them. Smooth value. Okay, and this is going to be drive smoothers. An array of smooth value. What's wrong with this? Duplicate member. Oh, I already have some. Oh. Did I already set this up? I don't even remember. Oh yeah, because we had done a test. Yeah, okay, so that's good. We have this. Drive set target value. Parameters drive param, okay. And what do we call it? Drive smoothers. Wait, what's drive? Oh yeah, drive smoothers. Yeah, okay, so let's do this. We are going to, in here, xn times drive smoothers channel get next value. Okay, perfect. And then we'll do audio block float. Let's see, this is gonna be, I'm just gonna call it block. And this is gonna be based off a buffer. Yes. Okay. And then we're gonna do soft clip block. And give it buffer getting on samples. Okay. Give that a quick build. Oh, it's taking forever. Oh, we got 3 in the chat. All right, let's see if this correctly updated it. Components, yep, this one. Okay, and we should have no change in plugin doctor, and then put a clipper on there, and we should see it get a little lower in volume. Yep, okay. And let's see. Ah, that's just the perceived volume apparently. Oh, you know what? Well, that's kind of strange. I wouldn't have expected that. Is this because? Oh, it's pushed by 10 dB. Okay, so there we go. There's starts as, okay, and then I've never seen it do that before. That's odd. Let's see, did I make a mistake? Our drive is, let's see, is it set by decibel? Yeah, okay. Decibel gain, okay. I don't know, is this something I just never noticed before? Let's try the other soft clipper. So let's do this. Const expr, sorry. Static. Const expr float. 2 by pi equal math constants float pi, okay, 2 by pi, and then now we can do this. We can do, let's see. We could probably still use tan. No. Is there an atan one? Nah, okay, that's fine. Let's just do std atan of xn. Okay. And let's build that and make sure that doesn't look funny. Oh wait, did I yeah, I'm an idiot. 2.0 f divided by is what we need. Okay. Commit. And let's put us here a clipper. Okay. That certainly looks like. Yep, okay, that looks good. Solve clipper. All right. And what we probably have to do by 6. Okay. So I think what we gotta do. You gotta multiply it by 2 to get it into the range, so that it's not like lower at the start. But when we start pushing it up, that's gonna be incorrect. So we got to. Did I have another smoother? So let's do another one for like drive compensation. And what we'll do is this. Drive comp smoothers. And then thing here. But then this is going to be for the negative portion of it. That way, as you increase it, it'll go down instead of up. And let's see, const auto drive comp is equal to drive comp smoothers, and then we'll just take that and do that. Okay, let's see. All right. Flipper. Okay, looks like our volume is correct. Do we have any? Yeah, you get a little bit of harmonics. So Just a tiny bit of distortion, even when it's on 0. Because yeah, you can see it. It's a little rounded off. It's a little distorted. And we do this. Okay, good. We could probably. It doesn't need to be compensated that hard. Probably we could probably instead do times like negative 0.5. Okay, good. Cool, cool. All right, so let's do the hard clip. Okay. Hard clipper. And we'll do that. Okay. Let me grab is that gonna fix itself? Should. Let's go and get, let's see, DSP. Utils. Do I have a wave shapers one? No, it's a different project. Blocks, distortion, all kinds of stuff. Let's see, Vitor Clipper. Here's hard clip. Oh, I ended up using STD clamp. Interesting. Now the question is, how slow is that? I'm pretty sure I had like measured this and found that it was on par with whatever other method I was using. It definitely is simpler. So let's do this. Lions equal to STD clamp. The value we're clamping, which is xn, negative 1 to 1. And we compensate it. Okay. That's pretty easy. So let's check that out. All right, let's see what we get. Pull that there clipper out. Okay. Oh, we probably, okay, yeah, never mind. All right, let's see. Yep, we are hard clipping for sure. All right. Cool. You know what? I think I want to have a button that's going to say like compensate or don't compensate, because I can't get a straight answer from anybody about whether they want the drive compensated or not. So let's give them the option. For right now, it'd be pretty simple. We'll just do int should compensate. And I guess we'll say true by default. And we will, let's see, can we do this real simple? Let's see, yn times drive comp's going to be between 0 and 1. So I wonder if it would be easier to just do it here. Oh, yeah, duh. If should compensate. And then I think we should have an else, and we should say oh, actually, we'll do this. Yeah, actually, we'll do this. Should compensate, do that, else, set it to 1. And we don't need this, and we don't need that. Compensate, what's wrong? Condition is always true. No, it's not, but let's see. Compensate, make sure this is correct. We do that. Okay. This is better than putting it in the sample by sample logic. Cool. Okay, so we got a soft clip and a hard clip. That was easy. Let's do a tape. And tape isn't too hard to do a quick little naive version. So what we'll do is we'll choose a different kind of like soft clipper. And I might use the circle map one because that's a rounded shape and it's not a actual clipper. So if I pull up, let's see, where is it at? Circle map distortion. Okay, so this is oh yeah. Actually no, I'm gonna save that for something else. What else do I have in here? What about the array thing? That looks funny. I don't think this is correct. Yeah, whatever. What else we got? Let's see what we have here in saturators. That's the regular arctan one. What is this? C. Okay, interesting. Wow, that sure looks like it'll be a lot of CPU though. We could just do the tan one. Yeah. Let's do that. Okay, so we'll do tape clip. We will do that. Tape clip, and we will do a different. We'll just do the tan. Tan H. And now we can use the fast math approximations. And we'll do tan H of XN. Oh, what did I do? What? Oh, okay. It didn't have a template type to pass in. That's what it was. Cool. So we'll do that. So now we have like a soft kind of clipper thing. That'll be compensated, whatever. Another thing to add to tape to make it sound like tape is a little bit of compression. So let's add a juice compressor. That'll make it simple. We're gonna have compressor modules that we'll make like our own compressor for. But for this, let's just use the juice compressor. And let's call it tape compressor. Okay. Let's get us a process spec. spec dot sample rate is equal to sample rate. Spec dot maximum block size is equal to samples per block. And spec dot num channels is equal to get total num output channels. And then we'll say tape compressor prepare spec. Very good. So what we'll do is some of these settings will probably just be static. So we can do set attack. I don't remember, is that in milliseconds or is that in seconds? Milliseconds. So I don't know, 30 millisecond attack and 60 millisecond release. And then we can do a ratio. I don't know, maybe like 4. And it'll compress harder as we push into it. So let's say set threshold, and that'll be raw drive, put that here. And then we can do this negative raw drive. So that'll be from 0 to, what is it? Okay, negative 30. It might need to be more than that. So yeah, let's do this times negative 1.5 or something. Okay. And does compressor have a process sample? Let's see if this sounds good. Okay. 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 So we're setting it right here. All right, let's check that out. All right, so let's pull up the dynamics portion. Okay, so we get a little bit of compression at the top. Okay, there we go. Oh, that's kind of weird. Kind of fluctuates at the top. I don't know. That kind of cool, I guess. I don't have the audio capture, so you won't be able to hear this. I'll just want to check it in Logic real quick and make sure it's not crazy. Sure, we'll go with Check, check. Okay, it's back. So did you mean you don't have any experience in coding whatsoever, or just audio specific coding? Okay, so yeah, no experience. I mean, it would be kind of hard if you want to get into audio stuff. If you have no experience coding. I mean, I would probably start with I would start with this channel, the Cherno. He's like a C++ genius. He has an entire, so this, yeah, this playlist is gonna have all basic stuff. So yeah, how to set up C++ on Windows, on Mac, how C++ works, variables, functions, like all the raw basics. You can go through all of that, and I guess it depends on what language you want to do, but I'm pretty partial to learning C or C++ first. It does kind of depend on what you want to do. If you want to like make audio software, or if you want to do like game development, C++ is the way to go. And I mean, the good thing about learning like C and C++ is that you'll be able to learn anything after that. So yeah, I guess that's how I would start. I started with this. I was interested in audio, and I started learning C++ in like 2017. So that's how I started. All right, let's get these. Yn is also equal to, what's it called? M low shelves channel process. Oh, there's no process sample method. Okay, that's fine. We will do we'll do this. We'll do hmm. We need to do a process duplicator thing. I kind of forgot how to do it. Processor duplicator. So let's see. Duplicator, mono processor type, and then state type. Let's see. Does that mean? Oh wait, it already is a duplicator. Yeah. So I just have to do this. Okay. This is what I'm gonna do. Like that, and then that means we can go here. And we can do that. So, and then, yeah. Then we can do, yeah, we could do, low shelf, dot process context replacing float, and then get our block. Boom, we have a low shelf. What we want to do also probably is we're going to want the drive to drive the low shelf. Oh. First, set up guide by YouTubers. Learn C++ would be fun for sure. Further learning. Third, takeaway practice. I guess I've turned 20 on 20 November. Oh, okay, well, congrats. I would, yeah, look up the channel first. See if it's you know, you should like him. He's very personable and upbeat and stuff. So he does other things on his channel. So he'll, like, he has a game engine that he's been building. He does like code review of code people send in. He'll talk about like some advanced library concepts. He'll show like different like libraries and frameworks, and so like he does a bunch of different things. It's not just like the basics tutorials. So yeah, he's got a bunch of different things. Let me do this. I'm gonna make a smooth value that is shelf gain, and we'll do low shelf gain reset. And then we'll take low shelf gain and drive right here. Set target value to, let's see, raw drive would be 0 to 30. So let's make that 0 to like 5 maybe, or 0 to 6. So, I guess that would be 6, right? 30 times 0.1 would be 3, so double that, yeah, okay. Low shelf gain. And, actually, you know what? How are we going to smooth that? Because I'm not putting this in the sample by sample loop. Let's do set current and target value to that. Oh wait, I did that wrong. This one. Set current target value to that. And then this one, you're a cool chill guy. I like that. Oh, thanks. Glad to have you. So what if I do this? Get current value. That'll be like 0. Let me make sure that's still correct. That I didn't actually accidentally change something here. Yeah, it looks correct. All right. Okay. So we update the filter, and we'll process it. Okay, I think that's probably good. All right, let's see what it looks like. All right, let's see. I think maybe I did this wrong. I think this needs to be, yeah, I think this needs to be this. Well, hold up. Nah, it needs to be this. Yeah. Okay, let's see if that fixed it. Oh. Hold on, what's wrong? Let's try something else. Just a sanity check. Let's change this to 1. Okay. Oh, what's going on? I'm sure I'm just doing something wrong right here. Get sample rate, 100. Let me make sure that's the correct signature. Sample rate, cutoff, Q, gain. Yeah, okay. Let's just make sure. Yeah, prepared it. Let's see here. That. Okay, so what's wrong with this? So we got a processor duplicator. Did I do this correctly? The state, yeah, that's correct. Sample rate, cutoff, Q, and then decibels to gain. So what's wrong? Let's see, self set filter parameters. It seems like it's set up the same way. Wait. Didn't I have this problem before? If we don't dereference it. That's not it. Also, I just realized we're only gonna We only want that on the tape anyway, so let's change this. Let's update the filter there. And then we'll say called block. Yeah, okay. Process context replacing, that looks correct. This isn't going to magically fix it, I'm pretty sure, but we can try. Hold up. That's also, I'm pretty sure the correct way is dereferencing state. It's kind of weird to me that it doesn't error. Okay. This is odd. Low shelf process. Process context replacing. Sample rate cutoff Q gain. Sample rate cutoff Q gain. Make low shelf. Okay, what happens if we... Bruh. Low shelf. Prepare spec. Prepare spec. I guess, actually... Well, no, that should be correct. Because we're opening in plugin doctor, not standalone. All right, so make low shelf. What am I doing wrong? I don't understand why this only happens to me on camera. Cut off Q and then gain. Did I do something wrong here? Filter coefficients. No, I mean that's... Low shelf, prepare. Oh. Gotta take the whole thing. Okay. I know that also probably shouldn't magically fix it, but... All right, big money. I'm gonna lose my mind. No, it's not. This is the way you're supposed to do it. Bro. No way this is correct. Oop. Because I have it this way in the other module. I'm gonna argue, watch this. Oh, I forgot. Switch back to the good one. While you're saying, let's see, I have no clue what you're saying. I'm updating the sample by sample loop. Clearly only updating once a block, and that's the way it's supposed to work. Yeah, okay. So then oh, he did yeah, okay. So this needs to be like this. And then we can do const oh, is that not? Oh. Okay. But wait. I don't understand. I've always done it like this. Oh, okay, I see. Okay, so then we do it once right here. And then do it like this, and then we'll say like I don't know, let's make it 2. See if it works. Well, it's not broken, but it's also not. Nope, now it's broken again. I don't get this. I've never had this problem before. This makes no sense. Why would it work here? Let's see. What if we dereference just the state? Oh, we have to. Yeah. I don't get it. I've always done it like this. In fact, I could probably go open an old project. So we'll do that. And then see. Yeah. Okay. Hold up. Let me do this real quick. Go to GitHub and look at one of my other projects. I'm gonna switch over to look at like, let's see, repositories. And we probably have does this use my filters or does it uses the juice filter? Oh, it uses my filters. I gotta find something old. I didn't really find anything older than 2023. Maybe this one? No, that still uses my own filter. I'm surprised I had it at this point. I think I know. This one might. filter bank, which is mm, update filter. Okay, and then update filter does what? Oh, CPP. Man, this code is bad. The filter, yeah, make peak. So the sample rate, cut off, Q, and gain. And I'm doing it the same way with the dereference of the state and the coefficients. Oh, but interesting. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so I have this like this. In the prepare method, it's not dereferenced. And then every block it's updated. Let's just see. Bruh, I don't, what is going on? I clearly, double processing block and overriding it. You're modifying block here, then later apply the low shelf. The filter was initialized with gain 0. The whole set temporary variable. You're assigning the state. I mean, is that well, if the prepare wasn't being called at the right time, I'm pretty sure it would we can actually, let's see. Let's just do standalone real quick and see what happens. check. I don't understand why my mic keeps cutting out. This never happened when I was using Streamlabs OBS. So I'll try to set up Streamlabs and use that instead. I tried to use it today and it just kind of froze when I started streaming, so I don't know. I guess I just gotta be more mindful of checking and make sure my voice is actually working. But what I was saying is that we need to add low and high pass filters, a tone filter of some kind, mix, and then we'll add some kind of VU meter, and we'll add some more models, and that'll be it. I'll do that either Monday or I might stream again over the weekend. So yeah, we're doing this kind of quick, so we'll get this all set up, and then we'll kind of when we get closer to being done with all the modules, we'll start fine-tuning them. And yeah, okay, cool. So does this button still work? All right, here we go. This is my Patreon subscribers, so I thank them very much. And if you want to subscribe to me on Patreon at patreon.com/ViatorDSP, that would be great. There's a couple of different tiers, and you get different things at each tier. And if you have any ideas for stuff to give away at certain tiers to add on, that would be great. So yeah, I'll see you next time.